Yo, welcome back to the channel. If you guys saw my recent little short that I put up, you would have seen that I M3 converted the front end of this car. M3 fenders, M3 hood. This fender I actually repainted. I don't know if you can really see it right now, but I need to put another coat on it. Kind of is a little, how do you want to say, the metallic didn't lay perfectly. However, now that I've front end converted it, the front end is really nice and wide and aggressive, and the rear end is pretty weak. So what did I do? I bought an M3 half cut, convertible, but half cut. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut these quarters out and put them on there. I'm gonna cut along here. If you didn't know, the coupe versus vert are different from this body line upwards. This is shorter on a vert than it is on a coupe. If you look here, this is about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches thick. The coupe is another 1.5 inches taller than that. So I can't use this upper part. However, from here down is the same. So I'm gonna cut along that body line. I'm gonna drill the spot welds here. I'm gonna cut here, all the way along. I'm gonna cut inside here, the inner fender liner. I'm gonna cut along the bottom of this. And then I'll probably leave it like this, but I'll drill spot welds from here. And I'll cut somewhere along there. And then I'm gonna take this whole piece from both sides. And then I'm gonna cut them on this side, on this car. I'll finally be able to get rid of that rust spot, and I will have the more aggressive, wider M3 arches. I also got a rear bumper from an M3. And at some point today, my M3 CSL duct bill will be showing up as well. I'm gonna do my best to document this for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get to doing some stuff. I have drilled out all the spot welds. I guess now I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna start cutting exactly. I want to be kind of precise so I can match everything up like nice and not have to make a bunch of cuts after the fact. So let's see. Yeah, I drilled all these spot welds out. And like I said, this upper portion I don't need because it's different. So I'm probably gonna cut somewhere around here for now. And then I'm gonna cut along that line on top of it. So that way on the other car, I can cut just like flush and it should mate up like perfectly, I would hope. And then here, trying to decide if I should cut here along this line maybe, so it's not even close to this, and then it can be covered by the side skirt, worst case scenario. The only thing is I don't know if there are spot welds in there. There are clearly 2 layers, so I should be able to pull it off of there. The question is if it will come off easily from the inner side. There's definitely probably, yeah, there's a couple spot welds here. So I'll have to drill those, and then that should separate. And then I'm gonna just cut inside. I'm gonna leave excess because this is wider than the factory. So I'm gonna leave, I don't know, a couple inches there. And the real question is here. Where am I gonna drill? Where am I gonna cut here? I'm assuming there might be spot welds under this. So I'll probably clean that up and see if I can just disconnect that whole piece without having to cut here. That would be ideal because it'll be way cleaner of an install. So I guess the next step is get out the angle grinder and start cutting things. Should be fun. All right, y'all. Got one side off. I'll show you what I did. So I drilled all those spot welds. I cut along the very bottom of the panel there. cut all that fender liner, and I cut across the bottom here. And then I had to cut here as well. I'm gonna see if there's a better way I can separate this from this, but I think this is welded on the inside. There were some tack welds back there, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Ideally, I could remove this piece so I can just slap this over mine, but then I'll have to figure out how to do the same thing on my car so I can just replace that. But yeah, look at that, eh? I'll be cutting this pretty much same exact piece out of my chassis. There. My CSL wing showed up too. I am beat. It's like 85 something degrees, humid as all hell. Picked the greatest day to do metal work. But with that said, bam! Off. Basically, this one is cut almost identical to the other side. I may have left a little more material on the upper half of that body line there, but either way, I'm going to have to kind of shave it down as necessary. I should have maybe left a little more on the other one too, but it's fine. I can always fill a gap if I need to, but hopefully I cut it good enough that I don't have to do that. I guess next step is pull my car in here and start mapping out how I'm gonna cut that thing apart. I don't know, but I need to still go on these here, and I need to drill out the spot welds along this to get this extra layer off of here, because on my car, I'm not gonna cut it like this. I cut it on here just to get it off, but there's spot welds all underneath here, and that'll take this layer of metal away. And then on my car, I'll drill them on the car, take this panel off of the actual chassis, and then this new panel should just slide into place like it would from factory. As you can see, I'm sweating. It's hot. I have metal dust all over me, and it's a really good time. Oh, check out these lights. Like 120 bucks on Amazon, you know? But, yup. She's off. There's the 330. And there's the M3. All right, y'all. So we put the car back on the ground. I did some more tack welds. We put the bumper on. We put the wheels on. Stuck a taillight in it. And dude, this shit is going to be so sick when it's done. So I have to do the other side, but that's going to be in another video. I'm going to end this one here. But with that said, I'm going to show you this. Keep in mind, it's only tack welded. It needs to be finish welded. Everything needs to be gone through. It needs to be body worked, all of that. But, it's going to be so good. Don't mind my messy garage. This is Andrew.
What up?
You can see he's just as dirty as I am. He did a lot of good work for me today and helped me line things up, and he helped me on this quite a bit. M3 bumper, CSL duckbill, M3 quarters, baby. Look at that. Obviously, it needs paint. The car that it was on was peeling pretty bad, but the fenders are in really good shape. Yeah, I still need to finish welding. Like, obviously, all of this is going to get welded. All the seams are going to get welded fully. Ground down, made smooth, etc. But, Jesus. Tripping over everything. I have severe ADD when it comes to working on stuff. I'm very dedicated to what I'm doing, and everything else kind of gets thrown to the wayside. But damn, she thick. I did throw a 3/4 inch spacer on this side, but you can see here. So this is the M3/4, and this is the 3/30/4. You can see the difference in the bumper. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, this is gonna be really, really good, all done. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you haven't. Andrew.
I don't know what to say here. Fucking subscribe. Yeah.
Later, y'all.